Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's episode. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, he's and she's and peas and cheese, theys and thems, herms and hems, cocks and hens and glocks and pens, bars, bullet. If you got that thing, pull it out the back, mullet, huh? Keep up, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wednesday. What does it all mean? That's the question. And that's what we do here on Wednesdays. We get weird on Wednesdays. So weird on a Wednesday. Yeah. Welcome to Wednesday. Freaks and geeks. Only fan leaks. Rest your weary head at the doorstep of heaven. Spend 7 minutes inside of heaven. That's me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Bars, bullets, if you keep them things in the back, pull it, mull it, cool it, jewel it, full it, duel it. I just killed 90% of this current landscape of rap, ladies and gentlemen. Bars, bullets, glocks, pullets, nolets, oldets. You know what? I'm using too many words. We gotta, That's what I'm gonna do. Listen, your boy. Listen. It's not a fair fight. Your boy keeps them bars on deck. Okay, I'm so incredible. I'm on point like a decimal. Y'all put basic rappers on the pedestal. All these filters and these bitches still gonna be forgettable. They can't stomach the truth like my food for thought is not edible. Nowadays, no one is professional. It's ironic that you sound so corny, bitch. You rap like a vegetable. I can't be politically correct and still try to be sensible. They so sensitive. Anyway, bitch, if you hot but you don't do shit, you just decorative. And I don't accessorize. I just run here like the devil trying to exercise. Bars, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, we're gonna stop right there. Yeah, that was just something. Sometimes you gotta untuck the heat bin on them. Okay? I'll come in, bars, bullets, keep them things on me. I'm gonna pull it out the back like a mullet. Fuck, why do I gotta write that down now? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to Wednesday, where we get weird. Here's the truth. Plot twist. 6th Sense ending. We've been dead this whole time because guess what? It's weird every goddamn day of the week now. I look at shit on social media. I look at shit in the world, and I'm like, I feel like I'm taking goddamn crazy pills. That's what it feels like living in the world right now. It's true. From just the ideas that people have about the world and the standards we're living in and the hypocrisy. It's mind-boggling. And we just have gotten to a weird place. We've gotten to a weird place in the world where we are, and we're going to bring it back down, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting real hot. We're getting real hot right now. Maybe we need to bring it down a little bit, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for just getting a little emotional. Emotional, like the ocean folk, coastal. I stamp these bars till I go postal. The fuck is wrong with me? Why does everything have to be a rap song? Why can't I be a gospel singer? You know your boy came from that hip-hop world. Came from writing bars. It's just the way it comes out of me. Because you know what? While your boy identifies as a Puerto Rican pigeon, at the end of the day, I ain't no songbird. Okay? Sometimes I might give that effect. Give me one reason to stay here. You just fucking thought she was in the room. Okay? Tracy Chapman, voice of an angel. Hangs on a cloud, dangle, stupid. All right, we're done with this. This bit has already worn itself out, ladies and gentlemen. welcome to Wednesday. If this is your first time with the podcast, welcome. Welcome to your first time being inside me for 7 minutes. But you know what? Plot twist, it's longer than 7 minutes. We're going to have you here for about a half hour every day. That's the goal we shoot for. That's how the sausage gets made, okay? 30 minutes, okay? Because guess what? Your boy doesn't have a co-host to bounce things off of. Okay, your boy just sits here and he just marinates. I'm like a single parent right now. I cook and clean. Okay, I do the laundry. I'm getting the kids off the fucking lacrosse practice. Okay, listen. I grew up on the West Coast. I remember people who would come to visit and they would tell me that they played lacrosse, and I was like, oh, okay, Alice in Wonderland. Like that's a real sport, lacrosse. And then you come to find out as you grow older that, oh, okay, well, that's a real sport. But for the longest time, I thought lacrosse was something that people joked about. I thought it was one of those stupid games that your fucking PE teacher would make you play. Just didn't make sense. I pictured it with a wiffle bat. I don't know, in some foam bowl. It's kind of like a ball is what I meant to say, ladies and gentlemen. Similar to bars, which I keep on deck, okay? Yeah, you thought those were gone, huh? No, not anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. You know what never made sense? Remember your teachers? They were fucking playing pickleball and shit. Pickleball. This goddamn... You know what pickleball was in PE? Listen, that was where one day... They were like, all right, kids, we're going to play tennis. And then everybody started already on tennis court. You know how like different classes would rotate what part they got in the PE? Like, okay, we're on the track, we're on the baseball field for this week. And then you would rotate. The teacher already had the tennis courts. And she went to get the fucking tennis rackets and the balls. And they were not there. And she was like, well, shit, what are we going to do? I don't know why it's a female. I'm sorry. But... it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to apologize for who I am and what my mind comes up with, okay? She's like, fuck, we already got the tennis courts. Oh, what's that? That's a ping pong paddle and a goddamn handball ball. Put them together. What are we going to call it? I don't know. We're in kind of a pickle right now. Fucking pickleball. Ladies and gentlemen, bars, okay? Bars. And now I'm even questioning if it's really called pickleball. I'm being honest with you guys. Pickleball. Yep, it's pickleball. Makes no goddamn sense. Pickleball is the tennis version of when you take your little sibling's fucking controller cord out of the Xbox and keep telling them that they're playing. You know, it's a fucking joke is what I'm getting at. Every single picture I'm looking at right now of pickleball is geriatric men, okay? And now I feel bad because they're just like, oh, this is the best I can do. I have arthritis. Listen, sometimes you just got to commit, okay? And listen, I'm allowed to make these jokes. Your boy is geriatric. I don't even know if that's the right way to say that word, okay? I don't even know if I've ever heard it out loud or read it in a book. But your boy already has arthritis. Already. I take that triple action joint health from fucking Costco. Getting older as hell. They never told you that. I'm kidding. All anybody ever does as you're growing up is telling you to wait till this shit falls apart. Enjoy now while it lasts. Dude, it's so crazy though. It's so true. Here's the thing that I've noticed about life. Life doesn't give a fuck about any idea. It gives you a lot of stuff that you can get away with, okay? I'm one of the people, okay? Take a look at me. If you watch these podcasts, your boy always looks tired. And here's the thing. Your boy has an addiction to working, to constantly feeling exhausted, okay? And feeling that's the only way I'm good enough, okay? You're welcome to Evan's therapy hour. But I'm one of these people that tries to be at a level of exhaustion to where I've earned rest at the end of the day, okay? And that would come out in all different forms when I was younger. Masturbation. Did it for hours. I'm just kidding. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I logged some time in. But anyway, that's not the point right now. That's not the path we're trying to go down. Okay. The point I'm trying to make is that you could just do that when you're younger, when you're in your 20s, and you're just out there hustling, grinding, as fucking half hat fucking beanie Garyvee would say. Fuck out of here. On the grind. Other interchangeable words that represent a hustle in this culture. eBay. Fuck out of here, Garyvee. I would just burn the candle at both ends. You can't do that once you start hitting your 30s. I can only imagine 40s, but this is the beautiful part of life. Life gives you the opportunity to correct it. It's just like, hey, you can't sustain this. You got to change things up. When I was in my 20s, I was younger, I would just full steam ahead, the fucking Kool-Aid man, through the wall. Oh yeah, just fucking kept going. Not only that, I would just be partying, getting wild, drinking, eating fucking bullshit. Listen, I ate 3 scoops of ice cream on Sunday. I felt like I've been in a coma since then. 3 scoops of ice cream put me into a goddamn coma, and I still feel like I'm in it, and it's fucking Wednesday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I can't be bullshitting anymore. I got to let myself rest, recovery, self-love. Okay, back to the masturbation. Self-love is important, ladies and gentlemen, and whoever else is listening. Okay, I don't want to exclude anybody. But your boy is just wiped out. And that's one thing I realized older is I'm like, hey, I have to adjust and I have to learn how to work smart, be more disciplined, be aware of my energy levels. I got to be good in my body and my body will be good to me. 1% better every day. All right, listen. Because other than that, you're just going to fall apart. You're going to have injuries, so much stress, exhaustion. You're going to get sick. Listen, we're waiting for our COVID result test, okay? We've just been worn out. Felt like I've been in a goddamn coma, but I think it was 3 goddamn scoops of ice cream that just pushed me over the edge, okay? Sugar is the devil. It's the enemy, okay? And you got to avoid it at all costs. Enjoy it while you're young. I've turned into everything I've hated, ladies and gentlemen, okay? But I was tired, very tired yesterday. And I was going to do a couple sets, but I went down to just one where I'd already, if I make a commitment to someone and I say, hey, I'm going to be there for a showcase, I'm going to be there, And that's what I did last night. I said, hey, I'm not going to cancel this. I've never canceled a gig, ever. Other than when the pandemic was happening and they were trying to do some back alley shit. And it was before we knew that COVID was what it is. But that was the only time I've ever canceled a gig. Other than that, I really believe in if you fucking said you were going to show up somewhere, you fucking show up. Unless you can't, you know what I'm saying? Being tired wasn't a good excuse for me. But here's how I knew it wasn't going to go well. I didn't even realize I was there while I was there and just waiting to do my set. I'm just zoning out. And I'm like, I'm about to fucking fall asleep right now. Not only that, buddy who's a comedian comes up to me, he goes, hey man, you doing okay? An emotional, supportive gesture with it. And almost to the point I was taken back with it. And I want to just be like, well, I've been really stressed out lately. No. And I just go, oh, yeah, I'm good. Why? And he goes, dude, your eyes are really fucking red. And I was just like, oh shit. And I was like, I'll be honest with you, I'm fucking exhausted right now. But then I was just like, fuck, I really am about like so exhausted right now. And here's the one thing, when you're exhausted and you're trying to do something like stand up, you can fumble over your words. You're not on 100%. And I'll be honest, last night wasn't my best set. I would call it a bomb that I bombed last night. A lot of times sets go well. And here's the thing. When sets go too well for too long, a bomb is right around the corner. And you know what that bomb is? The best thing you can hope for. Because it's going to slap you in the ass. I sleep like a goddamn baby when I have a great set. Fucking a cloud of pillows, just, angel feathers underneath me, supporting me, dreaming, just counting bone-in chicken wings over my head, just do-do-do, do-do-do, all different flavors. Some nice Cajun, some lemon pepper, some hot barbecue, teriyaki, all the flavors. I get down. I ain't never met a bone-in chicken wing I didn't like. Okay. Unless it's some bullshit pineapple mango, strawberry, habanero. Don't put fucking sugar in my wings, okay? I'm trying to hit the sky and fly, not be fucking in a coma from the overload of sugar that you just gave me with my chicken wings. Fucking Trojan horse sugar into my veins, all right? But last night's set didn't go too well, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be the first to admit it. And it didn't go well for multiple reasons, but I accept all responsibility. And a big thing is that I don't care if an audience is distracted or if they didn't want to watch this or whatever it is. I only care about how I let it affect me. And I was in a zone where it was like I was fumbling because like just little things, but it's got to be seamless. If you fucking up on a fucking word and then you don't just reset, acknowledge it, and then get back in that groove, it's a bomb to me. That's how I look at it, because I'm like, Evan, you let it affect you. And that's the only way that you bomb in my eyes. It can be anything. You know, I don't ever blame the crowd. Sometimes the crowd can be whatever, but I don't ever blame them, because I just feel like that's a slippery slope. If you're ever just like, man, they had no energy. It's just like, well, did you try your best to get them to have energy? No? Well, then shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's one thing that I'm realizing, is that to wrap this all back up into fucking self-love, self-care, sometimes you gotta rest. Sometimes you gotta go, hey, you're getting older. And that doesn't mean that you don't fight and go, what is that fucking quote? Don't go easy into that good night, you know? Don't go silent. It's the greatest quote ever. I got to find you this quote because it's one of my favorite things. What is it? I'm sorry. It wasn't ready. I apologize. Give me some effects on this. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage against the dying of the light. Bars, ladies and gentlemen. Bars. But there's a difference. There's one thing that I realize. Sometimes it's not about working hard. Sometimes you gotta work smart, so that work is actually optimized better. Bars, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we're at. I'm just at a crossroads. But things are good, ladies and gentlemen. Wednesday, we're alive. Things are good. You know who it's going good for right now? Fucking Jeff Bezos. This man is out here living his best life. I don't know about the hate that Jeff Bezos gets. Let me say this. I know. How do I say this? I guess I don't understand the hate for this section of him. I don't necessarily. All right, so I know Jeff Bezos. I don't know him personally. He just delivers packages a lot to my place, I think. If you don't know, if you've been living under a rock, Jeff Bezos just went to fucking space. Okay? It was a bullshit ride. I thought he was going to like fucking fly around for a bit. No, they just went up in the air in his fucking dick-shaped rocket. That thing looks exactly like a dick. If you haven't seen Jeff Bezos' rocket, dick. Google it. But just know you're probably going to get an 18 plus or older questionnaire before you look at it, because he shaped his rocket just like a dick. It's weird. It's a weird flex. I don't know why, but I bet he was just like, I need this thing to be shaped like this. Okay? But he went to space. He went up there, touched the atmosphere, and then just descended. The cool thing is that his rocket came down and landed on its own. You know, that's like some new technology that we're like starting to launch rockets that can land again. We're fucking living in Star Wars. It's phenomenal. So I love that. I love the idea of space travel and us, you know, leaving Earth. That fascinates me. I don't necessarily know if our resources, and it's like, that's the thing, is this isn't like government spending. I believe in capitalism. I really do. not in manipulation of it, and not when you see, government entities and these people inside trading and the manipulation of markets and all of this shit. But I believe that if you have earned your money and you should be able to spend it however you spend it. You should feel some desire to give back to your planet and to try to do good work with it. I feel like that's just a decent person. In which Elon Musk does a lot of that. If we're talking about Elon Musk, I know that he has a lot of his ideas is trying to help the earth, make things more biodegradable. Don't fucking talk to me about his batteries though. That fucking shit's terrible. But I know the idea is trying to optimize life for people with the way his Teslas are, and the way that, he's trying to have the underground trains and everything, the bullet trains, that he's just trying to help humanity, which is great. Exploration, Mars, all of that, it's great. But I also feel like, and he is one of those who he sold his properties. He was just like, no, I don't own anything. But at the end of the day, you're probably renting a baller ass place. But when it comes to Jeff Bezos, a lot of people are upset that he's just spending his money doing this, when we have so many people who are starving and people in poverty. And, when you look at millions and billions of dollars that he's worth, there's like, why aren't you trying to do this or do that? And then you look at, and I see the side of that, but I firmly believe in liberty and freedom. And it's like, hey, if he just wanted to take out all his money and just fucking burn it, he has the power to do that. That's his shit. He earned it. Now we could get into a debate about how his workers are treated in Amazon warehouses. I've heard some stories of just the bullshit that they have to deal with working for Amazon. That shit sucks, okay? And me as someone who I refuse to work in those kind of environments, that's kind of why I struggled a lot for, I've always kind of been on the outskirts of it. When I couldn't support myself with what I wanted to do and everything, I was doing fucking odd jobs. I've talked about them before, from doing Uber to doing fucking food delivery trucks, construction, anything that I could just make money with and not be in a system where I felt like I was being manipulated and I sacrificed a lot, whether it was going out on the weekends, eating out, doing things that were going to stop me from making money, or getting to a position where I can make money the way I wanted to. Because I really do believe a lot in like cash flow assets. I'm going so full Garyvee on you right now, but I really do believe in cash flow assets, where it's like you find ways to make money for you. I really like, if part of my business from doing video production, I do a lot of merch online. So that means I work with it's this thing called Merch by Amazon. I don't work for Amazon. Okay, you just find out I'm fucking Jeff Bezos' spokesperson. No, I do this thing called Merch by Amazon. You should Google it. If you're an artist or you do any kind of graphic design, check it out. Work with other platforms where I sell merchandise. I make designs and I make passive income like that, right? Upload shirts and designs and everything like that. And then I make money monthly. But it wasn't a big thing where I was relying 100% on that for income. It was good during the pandemic, but it wasn't always something I could rely on, where I had to work other jobs and had to do shit I didn't want to do. And that was even, that's the thing about when you try to open your own business. And if you don't know, I also run a video production company. You when you don't have a regular job, you end up having 4 or 5 other small jobs that have to combine into one job. And it's not something where like people think you're a business owner that I get to make my own hours. And you don't have to work a 9 to 5. I don't have to work 40 hours a week. You end up working like 70. Okay. And it never feels like the work is done because you never clock out. It's never like a thing where you go home and you're like, well, I'm done. There's nothing I can do. So I'm just going to fucking sit here in the bathtub and blow fucking bubbles. No, there's always something. So it's not as glamorous. But the great thing is, and before I lose this point, because this is for anybody who ever wants to try to venture out and do their own thing, because I really do see it that people are fucking sick of working bullshit jobs for people who don't care about them. The truth is, like, it's an overused quote, but it really is it is true that you can either spend your time helping build someone else's dream, or you can spend time building your own. You're either going to make someone else's money, make money for them so they can live theirs, or you can find a way to sacrifice and be able to live yours. And you're like, Evan, I got bills and I got shit I got to do. Yeah, I understand. I get it. And it's not a one or the other kind of thing. I don't think there's a movie moment where people are like, I'm fucking quitting my job and I start the dream tomorrow. And then a week later, they're living happily ever after. No, they're about to struggle so fucking hard, have to keep their job, and then slowly. You don't just rip the titty out the mouth. No, you got to slowly back away from it, okay? Because you got to be getting your feed from that titty, and then you got to start creating another titty over here that you can slowly off of, and then you move to that titty over there, that independent, that entrepreneur, that Garyvee, half beanie on, grind, motivation, hustle, titty. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm fucking saying. But the biggest tip that I could give someone who wanted to move on to their own fucking business and at least be in control of their own life is start giving yourself a raise. You start making money daily by cutting out shit. Like, you start giving yourself an income if you start cutting out stuff that you don't really need. If you are someone who goes out on the weekend and you have, beers every weekend, you're like, every Saturday I go and I spend $40 on this. Fucking cut that down to where you go buy if you want to drink beer, you want to do whatever, buy it from a store. Get creative, stay at home, drink it then, find a way to relax. If you're someone that likes to eat out 3 nights a week, find a way to make those meals at home and save yourself $50, from what you would have spent going out to eat at a restaurant. That's huge. Finding ways to cut down costs. You can give yourself an income of $200 a week real quick by just cutting out shit that you don't really need. That's huge. That's huge. And that has a big effect over time, because you got to find out what your monthly nut is, and you got to find ways to cut it out. And usually it's by a ton of different things, All right, welcome to Evan's Garyvee Hour, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on. Moving the fuck on. Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't played this one in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get into this next hot topic. This was kind of crazy. Did we finish the thing about Amazon? The big thing is Jeff Bezos thanked employees and everyone who's purchased through Amazon, and he's getting a lot of backlash about it because people are like, you're a piece of shit. Use your money towards something that, actually makes a difference and helps people with their lives. He can do whatever he wants with his money, okay? But the big thing is, and this was the point I was making before I went all fucking Gary Vanderchuck on y'all, fucking Gary Vanderfuck, you really vote with how you spend your money and how you spend your time. Amazon couldn't exist. It takes advantage of these people who don't have a lot of opportunities and a lot of things that they can do by exploiting them and promising, oh, you can do this and you can do that and how much you can make and then move up. But it's like Amazon has shown, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that they don't do that. They don't give a shit about their employees, and they actually fire people early because they don't want them to move up. They don't want to hire from within. And it's pretty fucked up. So it's like a constant cycle of rinse and repeat of bringing people in, they get burnt out, and then they just have someone else fill their spot. I've heard about Amazon drivers having to freaking pee in bottles, take shits in bags, just so they can make their route. It's fucking insanity. And I think these things only exist because people are like, okay, well, I got stuck in this situation and I got to make this money. Just don't fill that void, okay? Don't fill that void. Try to find a way, get to a place where people will actually give you an opportunity. Learn a new skill and make yourself more valuable. The greatest thing we have is the fucking internet. You can learn anything you want on YouTube. You would be surprised at the opportunities that are out there. Go on ZipRecruiter.com. Go on Indeed.com. They're not sponsors, but they should be. They should be. And see what opportunities are out there. And most of them, they're all skill-based. The whole idea of needing to go to college and certificates and all of that, it's going away. Learn how to code. Learn how to do photography, video, whatever you can learn on the internet. There's so many remote opportunities. And hey, if you don't believe in yourself, I believe in you, okay? And I love you. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this next thing that I wanted to talk about. Olympics are here. The Olympics are here. And one thing that happened was the Olympic handball team, Norway's women's handball team, was fined for wearing shorts instead of bikini bottoms. They wanted to wear spandex instead of the mandated bikini bottoms. This is nuts to me. What is Harvey Weinstein on the Olympic board? And he's just like, nah, listen. These women are more aerodynamic if they're wearing bikini bottoms. And there's some fucking pervy guy sitting next to him. And he's like, well, that makes sense. And then fucking Bill Cosby on the fucking panel. He's like, and well, what are these ladies doing for hydration? Isn't that fucking nuts that Bill Cosby got out? The fuck? The fuck? I don't want to take anything away from these women, okay? So we're going to get back into this story. They wanted to wear, and the crazy thing is that the guys can wear shorts. And I'm not a feminist. I'm not one of these white knights virtue signaling. But it's kind of bullshit that you're forcing the women to wear bikinis, but the men don't have to wear bikinis. Because if we're really preaching equality, it's either or, okay? We're either going to put the women in shorts like the men, or we're going to put the men in bikinis. No in between, okay? It makes no goddamn sense. But it's weird that this would even happen now with the current landscape. And maybe it's because the Olympic board is bigger than the United States. But maybe I'm just so inundated with cancel culture where I'm like, how could they even think that was a good move? You got to read the room. But this is the rest of the world. And the rest of the world doesn't give a shit about America's cancel culture. China's like, oh, that's cute. Fuck you. You know? I don't get it. But here's the bigger question. This is what is also a bigger issue about this. Why the fuck is handball even a sport? Handball. I feel like that's just a passive thing that people do for fun. Listen, if 5-year-olds can do it, maybe shouldn't be representing the world platform, you know? This brings me to a bigger point, ladies and gentlemen. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but they were about to take Olympic wrestling out of the Olympics. Wrestling. The initial sport that started the Olympics. Wrestling. It's the fucking life source of the Olympics. It doesn't make any sense that you would even put wrestling on the table and leave something like equestrian. Listen, if your sport involves an animal, you gotta go to the Animal Olympics, right? Who's doing most of the work with an equestrian? You want to see here's an equestrian. This is how much of an athlete you have to be. Ready? I could do it sitting down. Matter of fact, the sport is sitting down. And listen. People go so woo-saw with goddamn horses. People are like connected to them emotionally. I get it. But it's like, they're like, with the way you hold your thighs on the horse, it can sense your confidence. Hey, there's a lot of athletes out there that are confident and they still get knocked the fuck out. The horse is just gonna, like, it's pretty much, it should be in the Animal Olympics. Okay? That's the thing. The horse should be getting all the sponsors. And that's the thing. I'm not against the equestrian lifestyle. I'm not against it. But listen, I don't go watch like a dog event where it has that course that it runs through. And I'm never like, wow, that owner should get a gold medal for pointing and going, come on, biscuit, come on. Through, up. No, go back around through the tube. And be like, wow, they gave that fucking cookie real nice at the end there. You know? It's always weird with those fucking dog competitions. How many owners just fucking open mouth tongue kiss their dogs? Their dog just gets in there fucking giving them a fucking cheek swab, you know? But I don't get how wrestling was ever even like possibly that was on the chopping block. But equestrians, a fucking horse could get to compete in the Olympics before a wrestler. The original sport. What other sports we got in here? That's ridiculous. Okay, Alpine skiing, great. People do it on vacation. Listen, if people go to a resort and look forward to it, if people choose your sport to unwind and forget about their life, maybe shouldn't be an Olympic sport, huh? Artistic swimming. And you know what? I caught flack for this. I forgot what the fuck synchronized swimming was. Shout out to my cousin for letting me know. Hashtag mango juice for life. Inside. You guys want to get it. Artistic swimming. If you can do it as a 5-year-old with your friends at a pool party, maybe not for the Olympics. We're just getting silly. But again, the wrestling was going to be taken out. Canoe kayaking. If I can go to fucking Lady Bird Lake and I can do your sport for a half hour for $20, maybe not an Olympic sport. Now, I get the rowing. I saw them doing that down the fucking lake at Lady Bird. Impressive. Roller speed skating. Listen, I was a rink master when I was a little kid. I'd fucking get out there. You know what I want to see? Listen. Roller speed skating. Okay, I get it's a cool thing. Okay, listen, it's a real sport. All of these are real sports. I'm just having fun, ladies and gentlemen, except for equestrian. Okay, you got an animal? That's a performing, enhancing animal. Okay, that's PEDs right there. But how about this? We combine some of these, because listen, I'm looking at a list of the Olympic sports. We've got about 60 of them. We're going to narrow them down to 40. Okay, that's a nice number. We take roller speed skating and artistic swimming and we combine them. And we turn roller speed skating into a creative expression. And you fucking get out there with your fucking boys and you guys are all on roller skates and you guys have to do a dance. Fucking, she is the greatest dancer. You know, and you guys have a choreographed dance and you can only be 60-year-old men. Okay? Because then I would just think that was great. What else do we have? Surfing. Okay. All right. Tabletop tennis. You know what? I've seen them do it. It's pretty impressive. I'll give them that. Golf. Listen. I get that golf is hard. It kind of feels like we're combining a lot of these sports. Like, I don't know if even basketball, like we're double dipping. Like when we send our basketball team, the US of A, our NBA players, just go fucking knock everyone's dick in the dirt. It's not fair, but it's like, oh, we got professionals. But what's also weird, how can you be a professional basketball player and be able to go represent your sport on the Olympic stage, but you can't be a professional boxer and go represent your country on the Olympic stage? That doesn't make sense at all, right? But one thing I know is that the pressure must be insane to be an Olympic athlete. You get your shot every 4 years. And it comes down to even something like swimming. It comes down to you have to have the perfect race And usually what separates like first and second place, even like first through fucking fifth, is sometimes less than 1/10 of a second. It's mind-boggling. That's the difference between first and fifth. Insanity. Just the pressure, the nerves. That's why I always love Michael Phelps. Just to be so dominant, like a once in 100 years athlete. Just do it. I don't think there'll be another like him. You know? That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We fucking did it. Listen, we fucking came in at 40 minutes today, okay? It's a new company record. It's not, but you know. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. And I just want you guys to know, I love you guys so much. Okay? Every single one of them. Except people who are gonna DM me about equestrians. Well, actually, it's a very hard sport and you just wouldn't fucking understand it because you've never had a horse. Listen, if you grew up with a horse, we don't even live in the same world. Because I got my dog from the pound. My dog was $50 out the door. There's no way I could have afforded to have a goddamn horse growing up. Those things are like $17,000. That's a car. If I was ever gonna get a horse, it would have been at the time when I was like trying to get a car at 16 years old. My dad would have been like, mijo, you can either drive this $1,500 car to school, or I found this special needs horse for $900 and it will limp you to work or to school. That would have been my options. And with my infatuation with animals growing up, I would have chose the horse. A special needs horse that probably would have turned on me one day. And I would have loved that horse. But I wouldn't have loved equestrian in the Olympics. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you, okay? Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. Leave a review if you haven't. It helps the podcast. Like it on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're going to have more content coming out. Content. Tell a friend about the podcast. Or don't. Do whatever the fuck you want. But remember one thing. I love you. And I'll see you Monday.